Today, the Father declares that the adversary is a vanquished adversary. Even if 10,000 people join forces to oppose you, I will demonstrate that I am powerful enough to deliver and safeguard you at all times. What was it that made the adversary believe that I would be a passive observer while he had the audacity to play with you? Behold and observe as I walk into your position with the intention of destroying, dismantling, and putting an end to every attack that hell has launched against you. He who is the Father says, "Behold and marvel." Have you ever entertained the idea that you might be able to perceive dread in the eyes of a serpent? I am unraveling the tangled webs of the adversary that have encircled you, declares the Father at this very moment. It is going to be easier for you to breathe. Enlargement will now take place in areas where there has been restriction previously. You will now soar toward the heavens on wings of expectation, where there in the past there has been heaviness and hands that droop down. My presence is bringing calm to areas where there has been nothing but conflict. I am delivering bliss that is beyond description and brimming with grandeur to a place where worry and anxiety reign supreme. As I establish my faithfulness and fidelity over you, I am constructing the very foundation of it. God the Father commands you to come racing to me. I will provide you with a safe haven by opening the door for you. During the time when you are witnessing the destruction of the techniques and tactics that the adversary employs in your life, you find refuge between my knees. The Father tells you that you have been waiting for this day for a very long time. Today, the Father tells us that the struggle is already under progress, and that your victory is about to come. Today, you are experiencing the sounds of war in your life. While you were wrapped in the suffocating mantle of religion, the adversary believed he could suffocate you. I am putting an end to all of his plans that he has devised against you, but he had the audacity to approach you with his intimidating tactics. My anger has been stirred up, declares the Father. My rage is now raging against the principalities and forces that have the misguided belief that they are able to extinguish my testimony in your life. This will not be tolerated. I will bring down the one who is destroying your life. In response to the onerous discouragements of the day, the Father encourages you to get up and shrug them off. The future of your life is not going to be determined by what the adversary has planned for you. Rather, it will be determined by what I do next. I will provide you with provisions using a money that cannot be altered in any way. I declare that you are now freed from the constraints of limitation and poverty, and that this currency is the currency of my kingdom at this very moment. Now is the time to move forward and spend your generosity upon those who have the least financial means to repay you. May I shower them with my love, for love is the essence of who I am. Allow those who are marginalized to bask in the benefits of my care and favor. I promise that I will do for you what you are unable to do for yourself, just as you do for other people what they are unable to do for themselves. Your breakthrough is on the horizon, and the time has come for you to know the destiny that I brought you into this world to establish, says the Father. I am going to demonstrate to the entire world what my church looks like when it is out in the wilderness, declares the Father today. Within the context of human culture, the four walls of every religion are being destroyed. My people will no longer be confined to the confines of the religious ghetto. My goal is to cultivate soldiers who are lion-like and who are breaking free from the constraints that culture and religion impose on them. When my church is allowed to return to its natural environment, they will demonstrate what it is capable of doing. After the world comes to the realization that they are no longer able to hold or restrain my boys and my daughters, nations will shake and political systems will be thrown into disarray. In the words of the Father, sound the advance. The time has come to move forward and capture the prey from the mouth of the lion and the paw of the bear when it is available. I have been able to hear the cries of those who are confined and miserable. I have been able to hear the screams of individuals who are suffering from health problems and poverty. The Father says, I have heard the cries of those who are perishing in the night while they are sleeping. During my descent into my people, I will bring about a fresh and new display of strength and deliverance. The hills will melt, and the mountains will flow down. According to the Father, you are the tool that I require. Allow your voice to express the truth about me. Allow your hand to be the first one to communicate with the sick person. I pray that your hearts would be the first to come to the aid of those who are homeless and naked. I am about to turn the societies of mankind on their axis and bring their focus riveted onto my occupying force of sons and daughters who have made the decision to preserve no other fidelity but to be faithful to my name and to my kingdom. The Father has spoken to us today, saying, I am reproducing myself in it. Your eyes are mine, your mind is mine, and my heart beats on the inside of you. You have all of these things. This is the purpose that you have constructed. It is for this reason that I brought you into being, to reflect my countenance in the murkiest of locations. You carry my image throughout your spirit, soul, and body, and it cannot be erased forever. My nature is to succeed, and I have passed that trait on to you. Your experience of the depth of my person and my presence will no longer be limited to a surface level. This is something that would no longer be the case. By calling you into the uncharted territories of who I am on the inside of you, my deep is inviting you to explore. According to the Father, there is a great deal more than what you have experienced up to this point. I invite you to enter the hidden location where my secrets are revealed and discussed. Get away from me, my dear. Let go of the confines of the familiar and the superficial, and stop asking the guardians of the status quo for permission to lose yourself in me. Let go of the familiar and the shallow. Your chart is being established across the billows and waves of the personal experience of who I am on the inside of you due to the fact that my words are binding you and buoying you out beyond the breakers and reefs of religion. In today's message, the Father declares, I do not construct with hewn stones, nor do I create Christians who are identical to one another. He who is the Father declares that the sound of men's tools hammering on my offspring is an affront to me. I did not make use of a blueprint or a slide rule when I began the process of forming and fashioning you. I conceived you in the womb of your mother and father, and I created you in the womb of a woman. Because you are one of a kind, I find it offensive that some people would want to diminish your one-of-a-kind quality by imprinting their image on you. You are created in my image, says the Father, and it is my image that I want you to reflect, not the image of man or the stamp of man's character or personality. I want you to reflect my image. My purpose is for you to be in line with my purposes and conformity to the mandates of my kingdom in your life. This is the alignment I am calling you to. I am elevating you to a position of authority inside my army, and you will discover that I have positioned you within a circle that I have selected. Some others will inquire, why are you associating with those individuals? In response to your decision to do so, it is not up to you to decide who I will take with you to the front lines of the battle. The Father says, unlimber your thinking from all bondage to the good opinions of men, for I have not called you to conform to the notions of men but rather to the truth that I have shown to you. I am inviting you to the heights that are within me, and I want you to allow your feet to be like hinds' feet by placing them on the lofty peaks of my purposes on the world. The Father informs us today that I am the unusual answer to the problems that you are experiencing right now. According to the Father, you are not subject to any temptations or challenges, with the exception of those that are typical of human beings. I am Jehovah Shalom, and I am the serenity that you seek. I will never abandon you, hence, your tranquility will never be taken away from you. As a result of the fact that I am Jehovah Jireh, your provision will never go from you. As a result of the fact that I will never abandon you or leave you behind, all of the things that I am to you will never be decreased or separated from you. It is important that you commit these facts to memory and to your heart. Because I am your provider, you will never be separated from the provision that I provide for you. Due to the fact that I am your serenity, you will never be absent from your tranquility. Because I am the Lord, your God, who heals you, you will never be separated from your health under any circumstances. I am raising this banner over your life today, says the Father. This is the banner that I am raising. It serves as a symbol of my unwavering commitment to you always and forever. Who I am in your life right now is more important than the events that have transpired today. Be on the lookout for my faithfulness to manifest itself and to shine brightly in your life today. Do not turn around and look back, the Father warns today. Manna from the past will not be sufficient to support you today. The vision of yesterday is just able to speak about the past and not about your future. Your history will not determine your future, and the conditions you are experiencing right now are not a reflection of what the future will bring. Since I am the one who holds tomorrow in my hands, I will mold your life and the situations you find yourself in accordance with the plans and purposes I have for you. Every morning is a new opportunity to learn things about me that you have never known or conceived of before, says the Father. My character is so extensive and so profound that it is truly remarkable. It is time to let go of the past and gracefully enter the new season that lies ahead. Release the emotional attachments you have to the people, places, and things in your life that are not now playing an active part in your sphere of influence. They will be under my care from now on. All of your focus is directed toward me and the plan that I have for your life. I will provide protection for whatever it is that you have entrusted to my care. It is the Father who tells you not to look back. I am the God of the now. The past is no longer a part of your life, and the future is a possibility that will not play out in the way that you would anticipate it to. In addition to being the day on which you will discover the packet of grace that I am unveiling on your behalf, it is also the day on which you will be assigned. Currently, the Father is communicating with you through a variety of means, including dreams, visions, and portents. In this time of year, I will not abandon you without providing you with counsel and direction. I am bringing my word to life more and more as you become more and more interested in seeing my face and wanting to know what the future holds. I will not take any action until I first reveal my plan to you in a manner that inspires you to walk in accordance with that plan. As the Father instructs, be sure that your eyes are open and that your ears are attentive. Now you no longer need to be curious about what is going on around you because I will not be keeping you in the dark. Listen to my voice, and communicate what you hear to people who might not otherwise pay attention to what you have to say. There are people in your immediate vicinity who are struggling to regain their sense of clarity and comprehension. As you put on my mind and put off the mind of the world, allow your voice to be heard throughout the process. This world does not know me, and it will not comprehend you because it does not know me. Because you do not respond to their attempts to control and limit you, they will isolate you and put you in a position where you are not accepted. According to the Father, I will make it possible for you to escape from every containment wall that they construct in order to isolate and quarantine you. There is no way to impede or stifle the expansion of my kingdom within you. Please pay attention to my voice, and let your own voice to be heard. When they ignore your request, you should just walk on with the knowledge that you have fulfilled your obligation. Once they have had the opportunity to experience divine provision and protection even throughout this season, they will have the opportunity to experience the woodshed of God. The Father states that it is your job to follow me and to give up control of the outcome. The Father says, today, let your prayer be, Father, make your arm bare and display your might in my circumstance today. I am the God who does not compromise with the enemy, says the Father. Let your request be like this. I, the God, am the one who destroys all who oppose me. At this very moment, I am working within your physical body to bring about health and healing as you call out to me. According to the Father, the effectiveness of the stripes of the cross is already manifesting in your organs and in your bloodstream until this very moment. You will no longer be plagued by feelings of tiredness and illness. No longer will you be wondering, are my years getting shorter? Your youth is being revitalized by me, and I am bringing about a bodily transformation and regeneration. I am releasing forgiveness and rolling back the ravages that have torn you apart and wounded you, even through the areas in which you have made decisions that have been detrimental to your health and have caused damage to your body. The Father continues, I am giving you grace to change and be changed into a new person with new habits and activities today, because I would like for you to live long and walk long in my kingdom on earth. I am giving you grace to change and be changed into a new person. There are a lot of things that I want you to do, and I will not allow your years to be cut short. If you listen to my voice and carry out what I instruct you to do, the vitality of your youth will be restored. When you run alongside the footmen, you will outrun the horsemen, and you will be able to experience the vitality and strength of my resurrection life. The Father has informed us that angels are escorting you on your journey today. You might not have been aware of them, but you have met them. They are attempting to acquire an advantage over those who are exhausting themselves in order to attack and defeat you. It is impossible for anything, including a storm, a trial, a downturn in the economy, or anything else, to change the plans that I have chosen for your life. My predetermined course of events for your life cannot be changed or redirected in any way. At the same time as your decrees are being spoken, the angels are presenting your requests to the seat of my kindness. In all of my interactions with you, mercy is the guiding principle that I implement. As you extend mercy to other people, you will find that you are more likely to receive mercy yourself. Make sure you keep a watchful eye on your mouth today, since angels are close by, and they will respond and behave in accordance with the words that you speak. My dear kid, I want you to open your eyes and see the multitude of people who are working for you. More people are on your side than there are people who are against you. Putting your faith in me will guarantee the outcome. Your faith should be placed in me. Listen for my voice. I want you to make a commitment to me, not to the plan. You believed that you were aware of the plan, but in reality, you did not know it with the same level of clarity that I do. If you follow me, you should let go of your preconceived notions about what ought to take place. I am not going to allow you to fall or falter. I will place you on the shores of safety and then take you to the next duty that you have in my kingdom. According to what the Father has revealed to us today, your supply is not determined by the wealth or resources of the earth, but rather by the economy of the kingdom of God. Your ability to access the treasures of heaven is contingent upon the actions of faith and bravery that you take. During my conversation with the wealthy young king, did I not tell him, if you sell everything you own and give it to the less fortunate, you will have treasure in heaven? According to the Father, this was not a call to a life of complete destitution. This presented an opportunity to gain access to the inventory of paradise, which is accessible to every believer, including you. Are you prepared to bridge the gap that exists between the limited supply that you have found in your experience and the limitless quantity that is available to you in the heavens? When it comes to moving forward in the economy of the kingdom, the most important thing is to have an ear that is willing to listen, a hand that is willing to act, and to be obedient in everything. It is going to be necessary for you to carry out the instructions that I give you at the precise moment that I provide them to you. On earth, you will be subjected to the economic system of the kingdom at this time. Through the promises that I gave to Abraham, I was able to make him wealthy. Because of the sacrifice that was made on the cross, the Father declares that you are an heir to that promise. Would you sincerely believe that I would be interested in you if you were to live in poverty? Was I not the one who said that I went into poverty so that you could become wealthy? Now is the time to supply. As a result of your obedience, the stores that are located in the heavens are activated and they are released to you on earth. This is the way that humanity will advance, and it will also lead to the opening of divine doors. In this day and age, the Father instructs you to make a decision regarding who will accompany you into the subsequent season. At this moment, you are in a period of change, and in the next half year, things will not appear the same as they do right now. This is a time of transition, as I am bringing my arm down to the ground in order to engage in combat with those who have attempted to go against my plans for your life. This is the beginning of the assault, and there will be casualties due to it. The Father asks you to name those individuals whom you are not willing to disregard. I shall count them as your friends and will look out for them, protect them, and defend them with all my might. Because of a movement in the axis that has defined them and provided them with security, the community that you are a part of and the circles that you walk in are going to be affected. It is in me, in hearing my voice, and in doing what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it, that you will find the security that you seek. The fact that you have named their names in front of my throne will result in those individuals following in your footsteps. As a result of the fact that they are aware that I am on your side, there will be other people who will follow you, and these individuals will be the ones who remain standing at the end of the day. In this moment of trial and triumph, the Father adds that if you call those names, the heavenly hosts will be sent to serve as a rear guard for those individuals whom you bring before me. The Father has spoken to you today, saying, I have strengthened you from the battle. Those who are dearly loved, strongholds do not fall without a struggle. I am the God who works beside you and fights alongside you against every adversary of your blessing. Therefore, you should get up and prepare yourself for the combat, for you will not be let down by the outcome. In the event that the children of Israel conquered the land that had been promised to them, I did not immediately drive out the giants. Even if you want the strongholds in your life to yield, they will not do so simply because you want them to. The sheer fact that you beg me to bring about that result will not force them to fall. Yes, I will respond to you. However, the response I provide will be based on the assumption that you are an essential component of the process. Every triumph that you achieve is meant to be a reflection of your participation in that victory. You, as one of my offspring, are obligated to engage in ongoing wars of spiritual conquest because I am a God who is both powerful and capable of taking action. Permit me to instruct your hands in the art of war and your fingers in the art of combat. You will be able to overcome the challenges and obstructions that stand in your way with the help of the powerful weapons that I will teach you to employ. I have been asked to provide you with answers and a destiny that can only be found on the other side of taking control. It is therefore not appropriate to complain when the natural consequence of those requests is warfare. As you go alongside me, I will be by your side every step of the way, and I will continue to support and uphold your cause. As we go forward together, we will form a line of formation in which we will stand shoulder to shoulder and armor to armor. Take comfort in the fact that the outcome of the battle is predetermined as you join it. This day, you are going out into the world to gain the prize that you have asked for, to make peace with the adversary of those whom you have petitioned me for, and to make peace with the adversary of your own consciousness. This day, the Father tells us to celebrate because the time for your blessing has arrived. From this point forward, the reaper will be overtaken by the plowman, who will bring the whole harvest of my goodness into your life and situation. You will now see that the seeds that are planted in faith will give rise to a harvest even before they are planted in the ground. Now that you have planted and sown, the time has come for you to harvest what you have sown. By opening up the garners of your expectations, you will find that a surplus of all that my word promises is coming to you, and it is yours to take as your own. Be a seeker of the kingdom in a way that you have never been before. During the time when you are looking for the kingdom, I will provide you everything that you don't even think or ask for. I invite you to take a deep breath of my tranquility and exhale all of your worry and anxiety. This is not a time for religious endeavors, rather, it is a time for gratitude and the pursuit of relaxation. Rely on me to take care of you, and let go of whatever uncertainty or worry you may have. My name is God, and I am your Daddy God. You are my child. Have faith, take it easy, and be aware that I will never abandon you. You can rest assured that I will never abandon you or remove my hand from yours in any way. Put your faith in me, says the Father, and together we will overcome the obstacles that others consider to be insurmountable. We will witness the fulfillment of your destiny and the arrival of the kingdom in a manner that you have only imagined. The Father wants you to know that He is not furious with you today. It is time for you to ask me the question that you have been hesitant to ask. Assuming that I would not hear and would not listen, you made this assumption. I was under the impression that I would be annoyed by the fact that you would make such an arrogant request. If you had looked at my face when you first dreamed it up, you would have seen the joy in my eyes and the smile on my face, says the Father. You would have seen the pleasure in my eyes. The Father loves a dreamer, the whisper in the night whispered to you. Have you not heard it? Since the angels who are assigned to you were designed for ambitious feats of world-shaking power, they have been impatient with your prayers for a long time because they are dishwater prayers. You are free to make your request to me, says the Father. The angelic resources that are available to you should be put to use, and we should observe the impact that they will have on your life as well as the world around you. The people you care about are trapped in a state of hopelessness and are being oppressed by the adversary. The principalities and powers in high places have a firm grasp on your community and are holding it captive. You are going to have to beg me, says the Father, for your prayers are the key to unlocking the treasure. There is deliverance on your lips, both for yourself and for other people. I want you to open your mouth and let the glory soar. In this day and age, the Father declares, if you say it, I will do it. I will not carry out the action that you want if you do not have the courage to declare it. The reliability of my promises has been established by the line that I have drawn in my word. You are being asked to put your credibility on the line, and you must believe that I will not permit any of your statements to be discredited in any way. Are you looking for me to tell you about my plan for the upcoming season? Have I not communicated with you during the nighttime seasons? Do you not have the ability to behold the scene of splendor that I am bringing to bear in the world because I have opened the vistas of your mind? Your mouth, your heart, and your mind will all become conduits through which the vision of my kingdom come will be articulated in your life, says the Father. If you open your lips wide, I will make your mouth, your heart, and your mind a conduit. There is no time for those who are afraid or weak of heart at this moment. You should arm yourself with bravery, and you should arm your thigh with the audacity of someone who is familiar with his God. Take a look around you, the Father instructs you now. Knowing that I am striving to lead you to the fulfillment of your highest heart's desire and biggest dream is something you should know even if all you see is dust and ashes. Have faith in yourself. The fact that you still have faith in my ability to provide for you is a positive sign. That I am your deliverer and that I am your strong and present assistance is something that I certify to you now. Do not look to individuals. What is it that a man can give you just to take away from you? You are about to experience a deliverance from on high that does not start with man and cannot be taken away by man. I am delivering this deliverance into your life. With a jolt of happiness on your lips and a bounce in your step, I am bringing you out into the environment. Others will be perplexed and want to know how you managed to accomplish such a feat as a result of the fact that they will not be able to see my hand at work. They will wonder how you got away with this. Their conceptions of me and their judgments of what I will and will not accomplish are confined to a little, constrained space that is removed from the presence of me. In the words of the Father, I do not intend to operate inside the boundaries that religious minds have established for me. Allow your gaze to be diverted away from the pundits and those who express their opinions, and place your complete trust in me instead. As soon as the smoke clears and the dust settles, you will be left standing with your testimony unharmed and my blessing growing in your life more and more with each passing day. When it comes to my promises, the Father has stated that there is no expiration date. No time limit is attached to the commitments I make to you. Your faith, on the other hand, may become worn out. It is possible for your faith in me to waver. This is what the Father says: feed your faith. A portion of my faith was bestowed upon you at the same time that you were conceived. An amount that is similar to that which is required to move every mountain and overcome every obstacle that you will encounter in your lifetime is included in this segment. During the time that you were conceived, I took into account the difficulties that you would encounter throughout your life and gave you the amount of faith that was proportional to the difficulty. You have the resources from the throne that are necessary to put you over in life and bring you through every trial. These resources have been an integral part of you from the moment you were born. Putting an end to your search for solutions, stop looking above and stop looking forth. It is possible that I did not say, "The kingdom of God is within you." Put your faith and reliance in the things that I have implanted inside you. He argues that true dependence on me is not an outward reaching but rather an inner leaning on who I am on the inside of you. This is what the Father emphasizes. For the work at hand, I have provided you with the necessary resources. In the same way that I made Moses, God, before Pharaoh, you should now face the circumstance and act as if you were God. Your opponents will expire in the streams of salvation that I am bringing, just as Pharaoh perished when Moses relied on me and went out into the wilderness.